Take a look at this.
Eye of newt and mushroom spore, tender parts of prickle bore!
This recipe looks real tasty.
Scout ship setting sail.
When will the High Priest return to us?
Keep this between us, but I heard Lord Gideon was killed by demons.
Surely that's not true.
It most certainly is true. Hey, shh! They'll hear you.
I know someone who works in the palace, and he said the demon was a girl with the head of a wolf and the body of a gorilla.
But how could a demon have gotten into the palace?
Apparently, there was a power struggle among the higher-ups, and Gideon's enemies snuck the demon into his villa. They say that's why people sometimes heard terrifying screams coming from the place.
Oh, is the demon still there?
No idea. Rumor says she escaped, but I wouldn't worry. There's no way she'd stick around here.
That's what you think. She's right here, so you'd better watch out.
Stop messing around already.
The nights are so cold of late. It's gotten harder to get flamestone, too.
I hear the port at Helives is at a near standstill. No matter how much flamestone they mine from Mount Killerhouse, they can't get it shipped out. I'm sure the Abbey is aware of the situation. It's not just us who are suffering. We have to endure.
Times like these is when we need to practice Lord Artorius' teachings. The many outweigh the individual.
Exactly. I'm sure Lord Artorius will think of us soon and send aid.
He doesn't give a damn about any of you.
How dare you!
The many outweigh the individual, right? Artorius wants to save humanity as a whole. Your individual troubles aren't important to him.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Aren't we part of the whole he wants to save?
What happy fools.
Sorry about that. She didn't get to see his speech, so she's been taking it out on everyone around her.
Really? What a troublesome kid.
But really, that speech was incredible.
Sundries, go on. Take a good look.
Right, I know. That's what I said.
Moggy-Loo, you know how to speak dog?
Of course. It's Witchery 101.
Wow. What's it saying?
Humans always say every dog has its day, but I've never met a dog that had its own day. What about me? When's my time in the limelight? As you can see, he's very upset.
Sorry, boy. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
Yeah, seriously. I know, come on.
What's this dog saying?
Humans always say, let sleeping dogs lie, but do you ever let me nap? No. Stop all the petting and let me sleep. I mean, come on. Practice what you preach. That's what I always say. You humans are all bark and no bite. As you can see, she has a lot of criticism for the systematic injustices practiced by a hypocritical and tyrannical human society.
That is one astute doggy.
What's that? Oh, that statement could shake the very foundation of man's relationship with his self-professed best friend!
Huh? What did he just say?
Humans call us man's best friend, but they consort with the foul felines. The hound may be faithful, but not the man, he quietly stated, a look of betrayal in his eyes.
That's a shock. I didn't know dogs felt that way about us.
You jealous dog, you.
Eleanor, I need you to wait outside. The boss of the Bloodwings knows an exorcist is with us, but...
Say no more. I'm sure they have clients who wouldn't appreciate their faces being known to the Abbey.
Correct. Laphicet, you stay with Eleanor.
Okay.
I'll be back soon.
My thanks for coming all this way. It's been a while. Would you care for a peach pie?
What do you want?
It would do you good to unwind every now and again, you know. Stretch a bow too far and its string is bound to snap.
What do you want?
I would like you to escort this person out of the capital.
Something smells about this. Literally. Where am I taking them?
Somewhere the authorities can't reach them.
Sounds nice. I could do with such a place myself.
No joke. We've been looking for a place to lay low, but we haven't had any luck yet.
Well, come to think of it, I've heard a rumor that it's been a while since the Abbey has had any contact from Titania.
The prison island.
Titania? But I thought the Abbey was in direct control of that place. Has the situation there gotten that bad since you left?
Sometimes the answer is right under your nose. I think it might work.
Yeah, could make a decent hideout actually. The Therians could definitely get their fill of malevolence there.
And the Abbey is far too goody-goody to imagine an escaped prisoner would ever return to her prison by her own free will.
At the very least, I'd say it's worth checking out.
I take it our intel has proven useful.
It has. But before we go, have you heard anything about the Abbey harboring demons?
I'm aware there was a demon in the villa, and that it has been relocated.
Where?
I can't say right this moment, but I'm sure we will find out shortly.
All right, then in exchange for this passenger's safety, I want more information on that demon.
You've got a deal. Eisen, I heard about your confrontation with Melchior. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you find him.
Yeah, you really blew that one, Toots.
It's fine. What's done is done.
Have you given up on finding Eifried?
No, I haven't. The crew and I will do whatever we can to quash the Abbey's plans. We do them enough damage, and the Abbey ought to start thinking about putting their hostage to good use. They'll set him up as a trap for us, and that's when we'll steal him back.
Attacking the Abbey to create an opening for his escape.
Clever.
It's what Ifreeb would do. That's all.
They're taking a while.
Yeah.
The Shepherd has a special mission for you. You are to protect the Malak Laphicet and bring him to the Logris Abbey headquarters.
What's wrong?
Hey, you want to take a walk around the capital for a bit? I can show you some of the sights.
But,
You can't trust me. I understand.
No, it's not that. I promise. I'd love to go sightseeing with you, Eleanor.
Laphicet. Well, we'll do it another time, okay?
Why?
It's just, you know, Velvet would get mad at us.
Get mad about what?
Ah, you're done. And who is this?
A VIP entrusted to us by the head of the Bloodwings. We're stowing them away on Titania where the bad guys can't get at them.
The prison island? Just who is this person?
Didn't ask.
What?
Hey, something smells nice.
Huh?
Stop sniffing things. We're leaving.
Who is that caped man?
I do not know, but his hawk seemed extraordinarily well trained.
Trained to hunt, maybe?
I'd imagine. It takes a great deal of time and money to train a bird like that. What is it?
I smell something nice.
Indeed. The scent is somehow familiar. It can't be.
What are you two sniffing at?
Aha! They're bloodhounds on the hunt!
But we're talking about hawks hunting, aren't we?
Come again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please excuse my poor manners. I can't believe you take a job without bothering to ask who you're escorting or why.
The less you know, the less trouble you invite.
comedy act into tonight's show? I'm still breaking in my new partner, but I can carry the act. I'd appreciate you squeezing us in.
For you, Maggie dear, I'll do it as a personal favor, but you get 200 flat. No expenses, no per diem.
Oh, come on, don't be so stingy.
It gets worse. Our headliner is doubling up after, and the opener flubbed their lines and lost us minutes.
Playing deuce for a cold house? Well, all right, them's the breaks.
What the hell are you even saying?
I'm saying we're going on, and you're my straight man.
What? You're serious?
I'll take care of the actual funny bits. Just act like you always do and we'll be fine. Bonus points if you toss the men in the audience a glare of contempt every now and then. Just trust me.
Oh, hold on. This is all happening so fast. I'm not sure I'm ready for...
You'd better get ready, because the curtain's going up. Hi there! We're Moggy and Val, your lovely comedians for today! Magicazam! We're still new to the comedy business, but we'll do our best to give you a memorable show. Now, I'm Moggy, the bright, beaming one in the pair, while my moody little partner here is... Hey, what's wrong, Val? Everything okay? You need to put some energy into this, or we're in trouble. Come on! If you've got one redeeming feature, it's your moxie.
That might be, but this is different.
I can see you're going through something right now. All right, let's take a deep breath together. Excuse us for just one moment. Velvet, what are you doing? We're losing the audience.
I can't help it. I've never talked in front of such a big crowd before.
Wait, don't tell me you've got stage fright?
So what if I do?
That's so unlike you. Just pretend that you're fighting some nasty exorcist and give it some gusto.
Easy for you to say. I'm embarrassed out here.
Don't be such a girl!
I am a girl.
That's it! Just do that, but project your voice!
I can't, and I don't want to.
You're a comedian, you have to! Where's your passion for your newfound art?
I'm not one, and I've never had any.
No, I can see it within you, deep down, the burning passion of a true artist at heart.
I've had enough! I can't do this with you!
Sorry, folks, show's over.
Well, you've certainly shown me something new. A comedy team that just stands on stage whispering to each other.
We're going for a brand new comedic style. So, what did you think?
Don't quit your day job.
That's what I thought.
Ah, now she plays the straight man.
This is bullcrap. You're gouging us just because you can.
Well, if you want to pay less, maybe you should go find someone more generous, hmm?
Looks like they're at it again.
Huh? What's happening?
Benwick, snap out of it! Benwick!
Huh? I was haggling for supplies, and...
Tell you what, I'll give you a fair price. Actually, just take what you need. We should all endeavor to help contribute to the common good of humanity, rather than selfishly pursue wanton profit.
What? Are you sure?
No. Wait. What was I saying?
You felt that too, didn't you, kiddo?
Yeah, it disappeared, but I felt a strong force coming from somewhere to the north.
It's called a domain, a Moloch zone of influence.
Wait, if it's north of here, then...
The Empyrean's throne?
Did that happen because of something Innominat and Artorias did?
I don't know.
I've got a bad feeling about this. We should get far away from here, and quickly.
So, the suppression.
Well, that was certainly off-putting. But our job with Tabitha comes first. And we need a hideout soon, too.
True enough.
Hey, geezer, you alright? What nonsense are you spouting, youngin'?
That's one spirited old man.
Well, it's just that you suddenly got all polite on me, and you were all like, "Oh no, good chum, worry not about your debt to me." I thought I said stop spouting nonsense. It's not nonsense. You did say it. I heard you say it.
He did, but we were all acting strangely. You said, "After you, fine sir." And I said, no, I simply couldn't. You first, dear friend. There's no way in hell I would ever let you go first.
Come to think of it, that's right. But he said not to worry about our debts, and now he's taking it back? That's inhuman, cruel, ruthless.
They lost control of themselves, but still have their memories. Maybe something was manipulating them.
What in the world happened to us?
I don't get it, but what I do get is that he said we don't owe him nothing. So my debt to you is off, right, old man?
Same here, same here.
Shut your traps. I'd be flat broke if I let you knuckleheads off the hook. Now shut up and pay up.
Something really strange happened here.
Seems so. And I think this is just the beginning of it.
All right, we're safely on the rolling waves. Don't you think it's time you showed us your face, Mystery Monk?
You're right. My apologies.
I knew it! Prince Percival!
Percival Ilmid Asgard, crowned prince and heir to the throne of the Midgand Kingdom.
So he's next in line, is he?
It looks like someone already had me figured out.
Yes, Your Highness. I could tell from your fragrant wood scent, as only the royal family may wear it. But if I may ask, why?
Must I explain myself to gain your aid? I myself could ask what an exorcist is doing consorting with members of the underworld.
I don't...
It doesn't matter why you're here. On this ship, you're here for us to use to our advantage.
Treat me as you will. It's not like I can ever go back.
For a fellow born with silver spoons spewing out of his mouth, Princey Pooh's rather laid back.
Prince Percival is an upstanding man, renowned for both his intelligence and his fair, just demeanor. It's widely believed that with him on the throne, Midgand's prosperity will continue and...
Look, I played dumb earlier, but I smelled that scent too. He wore it for us to notice. He wanted us to know just what sort of position he held, and how useful he could be to us.
He surprised me, at least.
Do you think we're being led into another trap?
We definitely can't take that possibility off the table.
When the time comes, he'll make a good hostage, if nothing else.
Not if the ones we face are after his life too.
For now, let's just make sure we keep an eye on him.
The prince. He said he couldn't go back.
I wonder why.
The whole island's a prison. It's like a secret fort or something.
Weirdly quiet, though.
Yeah, I don't see a single exorcist on watch.
Let's scope out the inside.
An exorcist!
Are you alright?
Headless Knights back.
She's dead.
The Headless Knight is back?
Think this is the demon that attacked her?
Another prison riot?
Kurogane, Dial, you two protect Kamoana and the prince.
Understood.
Stupid monkey! You're giving me a headache!
Stay sharp! There's no mercy! Wounds that will
Did you think you could escape me? So did the Abbey actually fail to quell the riot?
I find that hard to believe. The prison was heavily staffed with exorcists.
Perhaps it was venomization.
Venomization?
A dark ritual, forcing demons to eat each other in order to produce ever stronger demons.
So the demons devoured each other, creating a demon too powerful for the exorcists to control?
I imagine the riot didn't help.
Now whose fault could that have been, I wonder?
Whatever happened doesn't matter to us now. We need to focus on how to take this place for ourselves.
That exorcist from before said something about a headless knight, right?
That one's probably the leader.
Then we hunt it down and destroy it.
Until we capture the island, let's use this room for our staging ground. I'll leave the prince and Kamoana to you two. Eliminate any enemies who come in.
Understood.
Don't expect much from me, but all right.
Kamoana, if anything happens, call for me and I'll come running to protect you, okay?
Okay, you stay safe too, Eleanor.
Let's go.
This island reeks
You
with
better be ready.
malevolence.
I imagine it's emanating from all the big old demons roaming about.
Hey, is everyone all right? Let's do our best!
Not bad.
You too.
Take a look at this.
Nice. There's no better victory than a safe return.
Wow, they found a whole bunch.
Scout ship setting sail.
We're finished here. Let's go. Hey, it's you again.
I'm so busy. I'm so busy I can't even notice what's going on around me.
You're not fooling anybody. Why bother?
I was hoping to not have to deal with yous guys. Whenever I run into yous, I always lose so much monies.
Because Velvet always forces unreasonable demands on you?
Oh, Miss Exorcist! Your concern warms my little turtle's heart.
I'm not forcing anything. I just think he's trying to take advantage of us by fixing his prices well above market rate.
Price fixing? As in deliberately marking up items so as to take advantage of the less fortunate? I was under the impression that the Abbey strictly forbade such unscrupulous business tactics.
Ah! Perish the thought, Miss. Our accounting is always above board. 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. No matter whens and no matter wheres, you can get whatever you needs for the same fair price.
That's good to hear. Eleanor, give the nice turtles that smile he so desires.
I'm sure running a business is hard work. Hang in there.
Much obliged.
I won't run away! Take the strike!
Come on, really?
Here I come!
Victory is ours.
From the way you were talking, it seemed like you had an idea of who was behind the riot. What happened here?
I'd think someone in your position would know.
There were reports of a large riot, but I was caught up in chasing you, so I heard little else.
It was a small affair, really. Velvet Rokurou and I were being held on this island. Velvet instigated the other prisoners to riot so that we could escape.
She used the prisoners?
Yeah. You'd expect different from me?
How did it end?
We didn't stay to see, but the prisoners were losing badly. At least, that's what it looked like. But if that was the case, then where did all the exorcists go?
I know Oscar left to report the incident, but the other guards should have remained at their posts.
Well, if they didn't flee, we have to assume they were all killed.
By this headless night, perhaps? Well, no sense losing our heads, I suppose. But it looks like we're in for a heck of a fight.
All we have to do is mop up anyone who's left. What was it called? Venomization, right? The dark ritual of making demons feed on each other to birth stronger ones.
Eisen, how many demons does the ritual require?
It's more a matter of quality than quantity. Stronger demons mean more powerful malevolence.
The ritual mixes the victor's malevolence with that of the devoured, creating a terrible, bloodthirsty monster. You see, the newfound power comes at a great cost. With it, the victor's last vestiges of self-control are stripped away.
So it's something even more than a monster. A seething ball of pure power and malevolence.
Roguro, don't tell me you're considering it for yourself.
Of course I am. I'll consider anything that could make me stronger.
You cannot be serious!
What's there to be so surprised about? Well, look at Velvet. She's already eaten countless demons.
You're ridiculous!
He's right. If it helps me find my vengeance, I don't care.
Velvet? Wait, are you really going to do it?
Relax, it's not gonna happen. Becoming a monster wouldn't bother me. But when I defeat my rival, I have to be myself for it to mean anything. It's the same for Velvet.
It is?
Besides, if I kill a previous victor of the ritual, I'll have proved myself strong enough not to need the extra power.
You're ridiculous.
I challenge you!
You thought I'd stop there? Annihilating?
Stop fooling around.
But I'm serious about my fooling around.
Don't waste my time. You won't get any pity or compassion from me.
Guess it's time to fight. Resound! Arise! Become the blade of destruction! Lost on!
We're finished here. Let's go.
Here I come!
down anyone in my way!
I can fight
any pity or compassion from me.
Yeah.
Oh, can't a wit...
Headless Knight!
He must be the product of the venomization.
Well, he definitely looks vicious enough.
Not as vicious as our Velvet, though.
Where's his voice even coming from?
Look inside.
Well, that takes care of that.
Yeah.
I feel something again.
More malevolence?
No, another Earth Pulse point. It must be on this island.
I sense it too. It's very close.
Directly underneath us, I would guess.
What is this place?
Welcome to the most secure cell in the entire complex. The darkest hole in Titania. Feel anything, Laphicet?
Yeah, I think this is the Earth Pulse point.
If this cell is where the Earth Pulse point is, then does that mean it housed a Therian?
Yeah. And a real hungry one at that. Every day, they would toss demons into its cell. It would devour its fill, then wipe the blood from its lips. Never once realizing, it was delivering to Inominat the malevolence of hundreds of demons and prisoners. And then one day, there appeared before it a female Moloch, who shattered the barrier and freed the Therian from its cage. But the Therian knew no mercy, and it devoured its liberator. And it was then... It was then I obtained the power. The power to avenge my brother.
Velvet, you're a Therian?
This prison island was a feeding ground for the Therian, harnessing the malevolence created by the prisoners within.
But because Velvet escaped, the malevolence went out of control.
Wow, the same darn thing that happened back in Kamoana's village.
Lord Artorias would never have done such a thing.
No? What's so unbelievable? That he used his wife's brother as a human sacrifice? That he imprisoned his wife's sister? Because that's what your damned holy shepherd did! All to get his hands on Inominat's power!
I'm sure he had a reason for...
A reason? To spare the world of its pain? Don't give me that! Who will spare my brother's pain? Who will soothe my brother's despair? He murdered my little brother, Laphie! And you'll stand there and tell me it was for the greater good?! At any rate, that's one less Therian for us to track down.
Velvet.
What? Did Velvet yell at you so hard you're starting to hear voices now?
I have a feeling something's wrong. Kamoana could be in danger.
But we already beat the Headless Knight.
I still can't shake this feeling. Please, let's go back and check on them.
Velvet is Etherian, is she? I knew there was something off about her.
But it's what she cried out that's really on my mind. Laphicet, is Velvet truly Lord Artorias' younger sister?
She never told me.
If it were true, I suppose it would explain her knowledge of Lord Artorias' training.
If you're so curious, why not ask her yourself? Hey, Velvet, what's your connection to Artorias?
Rokuro, have some tact!
I heard you whispering. Doesn't bother me. Artorias was married to my late sister, Celica. He was our brother-in-law. We lived together for more than 10 years.
That does explain a few things.
So he sacrificed his little brother and turned his sister into a Therian.
But you were his family.
To his view of the grand scheme, family is inconsequential. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. All he did was act according to his ideal logic. Well, enough chit-chat. Let's get moving.
So it turns out that Velvet is a Therian who consumes malevolence.
And too much malevolence is what changes people into demons. Strong enough malevolence can persist after the person who created it dies, turning their corpse or spirit into a raging monster. That's how undead and phantom demons come about.
Then the demons Velvet killed turned back into humans because she devoured their malevolence.
Yeah, and consequently, they avoided becoming undead or anything like that.
So she saved them. Well, I mean, a corpse is a corpse, of course.
Do you think she could devour only the malevolence and turn a living demon human again?
Unfortunately, that's impossible due to malevolence's self-reinforcing nature. When Therians are connected to Enominat through an Earth Pulse point, they seem to be able to absorb small concentrations of malevolence from the surrounding area and inhibit the creation of new demons. But any human who builds up enough malevolence to turn into a demon will keep producing malevolence as long as they live.
That's right. To devour any malevolence, I need to cut it off at the source. That's how my powers work.
Velvet, I'm sorry.
I don't mind it. Actually, I find it convenient. This way, I'll never forget my hatred for Artorias.
Plus, as long as you stay away from an Earth Pulse point, you get to keep the power of any malevolence you consume.
Fuel for my hatred, yes.
Take a look at this.
Eye of newt and mushroom spore, tender parts of prickle boar!
Wow, they found a whole bunch.
Scout ship setting sail.
You'll be rust on my blade. I can't even call that a fight. Always ready to fight. Don't get overconfident.
You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm fine. Everyone ready to play? Is that all you got? Try to catch it! Burn my fiery ears! You thought I'd stop there? Annihilating?
Did you think you could escape me?
You really came back for me. A promise This is a promise, sweetheart.
A headless knight and a horse demon.
It's giving off a ton of malevolence.
This must be the true survivor of the venomization process.
Oh, I get it! The dying exorcist lady wasn't saying Headless Knight is back. She was going for Headless Knight on horseback.
Whatever the case, we'll fight whoever we have to claim this island.
Now I can't help but wonder how the horse is named.
Get close and look if you're that curious.
See this? Shooting star! It's up there!
Ready to feel the burn!
Hurricane! Shooting star! See this? Double haze! One! Shooting star! Double haze! Deception! Shooting star! See this? Armor crusher! See this? Armor crusher! Armor crusher! Deception! Hold up!
That's venomization, all right. Definitely stronger than that headless lump of armor.
I beg your pardon?
Not you.
The demon from the villa?
No, look! It's absorbing the malevolence. It's a Therian.
Actually, that hawk is Griffin, my one and only friend.
A damned Therian. So that's what Tabitha meant when she said we'd find out shortly.
But Your Highness, why do you have a Therian?
It's like I said. Griffin has been my dear friend ever since I was a child. Even if he's a Therian now, that hasn't changed.
So you knew you were helping a Therian escape. What are you plotting?
I have no plots or schemes. I just want Griffin to be free.
I guess we shouldn't be surprised. The Crown Prince and future king, he's gonna do whatever he likes.
I suppose I am at that. But if I am, it's the first time I've ever been allowed a choice of my own. When you're a prince, you're not a person. You're an institution, one designed to serve the state and its people. Say, for instance, you're doing your law studies and your back suddenly itches. What do?
I mean, I'd scratch it. Who wouldn't?
When I did that, my tutor gave me a whipping so hard the blood ran down my back. The reason being that I prioritized a personal feeling, that is to say my itch, over my studies in service of the state. Seeing Griffin lay claim to the skies let me imagine my own freedom. It was my lone solace over the years. But then, he turned out to be responsive to Innominat's power.
I take it the Midgand royal family is well aware that the Abbey is creating Therians.
Of course. How could we not? The kingdom offers unequivocal support to Shepherd Artorius' vision of reason and will. Even so, if there was one thing I could never permit, it was seeing Griffin locked up and unable to fly. Never. I tricked the Exorcist on guard and disabled the barrier. But then Griffin attacked the Exorcist and killed him.
That's why you said you could never go back.
They can overlook a single dead Exorcist, but with a Therian removed, malevolence will engulf the capital.
I knew full well what I was doing. And yet, I couldn't watch my friend's life be stripped away.
Your Highness.
He chose a single bird over the world. Why do you think that birds fly?
That's what Lord Artorius asked me.
My anatomy book says birds can fly because their bones are light and their wing muscles are enormously strong.
Birds fly because a bird that cannot fly is no bird at all. That's what I think.
I understand now. As long as you remain on this island, you may do as you please. But if you try to escape, I'll kill you.
That should work. This way we'll have him on hand if we ever need a hostage.
Understood. I appreciate you letting Griffin and me stay here.
Well, now that that's taken care of, let's build ourselves a hideout.
Hey, Velvet, do you know where Eleanor is?
Wasn't she just playing with you?
Yeah, but then she left. I'm worried because she looked pretty sad. Can you go find her?
Why me? All right, fine. Just don't cry on me, okay? Hey, Rokuro, have you seen Eleanor?
Probably. I don't know. Bit drunk.
Just try not to go overboard.
But man, are we a bunch of screw-ups or what? I mean, we've kidnapped a prince now. They gotta have laws against that. Broke out of prison, flattened Helavis, tried to assassinate a shepherd. Hey, how many infractions do you think we're on the hook for?
Pardon me if I don't stop and count. If you don't like it, nobody's forcing you to tag along.
No, I still haven't repaid my debt to you.
You say that, but you really just want to beat Shigure, don't you?
Whoa, to me they're both connected. It's a long story, but I can tell you if you...
I'll pass.
Well, join me for a drink then?
Can't. I'm 19. Huh. A most interesting interpretation. What do you make of this part here, then?
Well, if you pronounce it Loney Kyle, then it'd mean midriff, which probably isn't right. Maybe Muse Mila?
Well, that would make this passage read, Pornges are nummy.
Okay. Yeah, that's not right either. What's wrong, Velvet?
Have you seen Eleanor?
No, I haven't. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to watch her.
Just read somewhere where there's more light. You'll hurt your eyes like this.
Okay.
Hey, you got any idea where Eleanor is?
No, sorry. I was having a meeting with Benwick and the crew about our search for Ifried.
Are you sure you're okay with putting that off? At this point, the Abbey doesn't have much reason to keep him alive. Wouldn't you rather look for him than Therians?
I know time is a factor, but we still don't have any decent leads. I think we need to stir up the Abbey and see what shakes loose. And who better to do that than you?
So this works for both of us then?
Never fear. I'm still acting out of self-interest. Besides, Ifried won't die so easily.
He's a strong man. It'd take a lot to bring him down.
Yeah. I've never seen him flinch from a storm, no matter how choppy the seas.
Where angels fear to tread, as they say.
Probably some of that as well.
Hey, any idea where Eleanor went?
How should I know? I'm too busy to spare any time worrying about anyone else.
You look pretty distinctly unoccupied to me right now.
Right. I'm busy being unoccupied.
You're... what?
It's simple. When you have free time, it means you're busy trying to avoid having any business to do.
You're too weird for this world, Magulu.
Says the woman with the world's blandest personality.
I always figured you'd be the type to take off as soon as things got hairy. So what keeps you here?
I am utterly, completely, totally, wholly devoid of anything else to do. Which is to say I'm...
unoccupied.
Right, now you get it. Besides, I have to stick around to see how our bet turns out, don't I?
There you are, Eleanor. Kamoana's worried about you.
You actually came looking for me?
Can't say no to a crying child.
Indeed. She may be a Therian now, but deep down, she's still a lonely little girl. That's something I've come to realize in traveling with you all. Wretched demons and Therians, even the Malakim who'd I'd only thought of as tools, they all live and think as humanly as the rest of us. I was so clueless. I didn't know what demon blight really was, nor what the Abbey was doing. Through it all, I knew nothing beyond blind belief in whatever I was taught.
Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
The coward's path is not that of an exorcist. They may say, I didn't know anything, so I can't be blamed. I can't live like that. I think I'll stay here a little longer to cool my head off. Please tell Kamoana I'm alright.
Don't stay out too long. The sea breeze can get cold.
Thank you.
Don't get the wrong idea. If you got sick or something, Kamoana and Laphicet would worry. That's all.
I have something to say. There's something I've been hiding, until now. I've been acting undercover on a special mission for Lord Artorias. I was to watch over the Malik Lafiset and bring him to Abbey headquarters. So vital was the mission. I was to do whatever it took, even kill my fellow exorcists.
You were gonna take me to them.
I'm sorry for deceiving you, Lafiset. Originally, I was going to get you to lower your guard, then take you in. However, I no longer intend on following the Abbey's orders.
You're turning your back on Artorias?
No. I still believe in the sincerity of Lord Artorias. That the world he seeks is one that will benefit all humankind. But nevertheless, I simply cannot bring myself to condone the methods he has chosen to achieve that vision, so... I will help you protect the Therians, until I discover the answer I seek.
Eleanor!
I want to live a life that I don't have to be ashamed of, and to do that, I have to learn the truth for myself.
So, you live by your emotions after all.
Maybe you found your own creed.
Welcome to our wonderful world of wickedness.
Don't equate us! To act in opposition of one's feelings is to act opposed to reason.
You never make things simple, do you?
You should be glad I don't.
Yeah, after all, she's my vessel.
Yes, yes.
So, I think our next order of business is to find ourselves another Therian. Well, that's the extent of my insight. Anyone got any actual leads?
What if we had Eleanor swipe some intel on them from the Abbey? That could work.
I don't know.
It wouldn't work. Officially, the Abbey still considers her a traitor, so who would leak anything to her?
Yeah. Besides, we can't put Lafiset in danger like that. And anyway, Eleanor's terrible at being a spy.
Ungracious, but accurate.
You know that special underground cell from yesterday? I want to go back there. There's something I want to try out.
All right, let's go.
Lafiset, I must offer you an apology.
What for?
For spying. I was plotting to take you back to the Abbey. I am truly sorry.
It was your mission, wasn't it? Somehow I think I always knew.
You did?
Call it a hunch. Besides, Velvet was really suspicious of you. Whenever you feel you're doing something wrong, you start to sweat a lot. It seemed odd.
How long have you known?
Ever since you became a vessel for me. I think Velvet knew too.
That's quite a shock. I failed completely in my role as a spy. It's pathetic. Shameful, really.
Well, I think it says something good about you.
Huh?
Someone who can't lie well seems like a better person than someone who has an easy time of it.
Thank you, Lafiset. I think you're the better person here.
I wouldn't go that far.
What are you doing here, Bienfu?
I was hoping you'd let me join in!
We're in the middle of something important. Please leave us be for now.
I'll be quiet. Just let me hang around, all right?
Afraid not.
Madame Eleanor is a mealyhead! She's a what?
Lafiset, thank you. I hope we can stay friends.
I hope so too, Eleanor.
I think I'm finally getting the hang of cooking without testing the taste.
You know, I've always thought you were a really good cook, Velvet.
It's not so hard. All you have to do is follow the recipe. After my sister died, I always did the cooking. The most important thing is adding just the right amount of salt, and the final adjustments of flavor. Oh, and once you're just about done, you have to make a wish that it turns out tasty.
You wish for flavor?
Yeah, so long as you do that, anything will turn out tasting good. Celica taught me that.
It sounds like your sister was quite the master chef.
Oh, I don't know about that. But now I'll never be her match. I've lost my taste, sure, but I've also forgotten what it even feels like to taste something delicious. What I make isn't really food. It's merely sustenance.
I don't think that's true, Velvet. Nom, nom, nom. This is great! You're a fine chef, Velvet.
I just remembered something my sister said. She always wished for our food to taste good, because she wanted to see us happy when we ate it.
Oh?
And she said I ate like a pig, too.
I don't think you do.
It's a good thing. You should eat a lot, too, so you can grow up big and strong.
Take a look at this.
Show us your determination. Well done! I'd expect no less from Ifrit's crew.
Scout ship setting sail.
All right, I'll do the cooking.
Hey, Bienfu, I have a question for you. I know Magilu likes to call herself a witch and all that, but what is she really?
The obvious guess would be that she's an exorcist, but I don't think I ever saw her name in the roster.
That's not surprising. She is indeed a bona fide dark witch. I should know. I saw one night just how scary she could be. It's enough to keep you awake at night. It was near the crater of a volcano. Above the bubbling magma sat a huge cauldron. Inside the cauldron, a blood-red liquid stickily simmered, boiling in the hellfire heat. When droplets splattered onto Miss Magilu's cheeks, she just cackled and licked it off, and she kept the cauldron boiling for 3 days and 3 nights.
What was she making?
Strawberry jam.
What? What's scary about that?
I was just getting to the scary part. Instead of using sugar, she put in soy sauce, cooking wine, and liquor.
Soy sauce and strawberries? Is that normal?
You wouldn't think so, but that contrasted sweetness, sourness, and saltiness actually makes it taste great. Not that someone like you would understand the appeal. You have to have a refined palate like mine to appreciate it.
Wait, I've heard of that. You can boil things in soy sauce and wine to preserve them. When you do it with strawberries, it's called strawberry soup.
That's right!
Actually, strawberry soup has sea urchin and abalone, not strawberries. It's just called that because the sea urchin plumps up like berries. And it's not preserved either.
Really? Well, I had no idea. Wow, I really liked it too. I wonder if the reason she's never made it for me again is because she realized the mix-up. Now that I think about it, that's not the only thing I like that she made one time. Like durian jellies and the candied sweet fish, too.
I think I see what's going on here.
What does the food she's made more than once taste like?
It's just normal stuff, like what you guys always have. Only a truly scary witch could hide that much cooking talent behind such plain-tasting food with no one the wiser.
I know this smell.
Yeah, it's Prince Percival's fragrant wood perfume. When I told him I'd never smelled it before, he put a little on my sleeve to try it out.
I love the smell of the royal family's perfume. It's distinct, but not overpowering. It's made from Fandaria trees, conifers that grow in a snowy land.
I've noticed that you and Velvet and Magilu smell nice too. Do you all wear the same perfume?
We do? We don't use that stuff, but maybe you're smelling the soap we use.
Oh, Can only the royal family wear fragrant wood?
No. Some fragrances, including the Fandaria-scented ones, only the royal family can use, but most don't have any such restriction.
If they all smell so good on humans, why doesn't everyone use them?
You know, I've never thought about that. Why do you think that is, Eisen?
It's a bit complicated. To explain it right, I'd have to start with the history of bathing in Midgand. A few hundred years ago, people believed they would die if they took a bath. They were so terrified of baths that they wouldn't even go near one.
I can't believe people would be scared of taking a bath. Why would that even happen?
Well, at the time, a deadly plague was running rampant, and people thought that it could be transmitted through bathwater. Bear in mind that this was all before we had proper plumbing or techniques to purify water. People couldn't just bathe anywhere. Sewers like the one we used to sneak through Logris are a fairly recent construction, only around a century old.
Some people even thought bathing at all was unhygienic.
Right. As bathing went out of style, the royal family started to use these fragrant woods.
Covering up their bad smell with a good one.
Yep. As a result, their perfumes used to be far more potent, to the point where you couldn't even tell if it smelled good anymore.
But nowadays, nobody actually believes that bathing can make you sick, right?
As civilization advanced, plumbing became widespread, and baths themselves became much cleaner fixtures than they used to be.
And the fragrant woods fell out of favor because they were no longer necessary, right?
To the contrary, as the people gained prosperity, the perfumes became a popular display of wealth. The newfound popularity didn't last long, however, thanks to the propagation of a new disease. One that didn't transmit through baths.
Demon blight, you mean?
With the rise of demon attacks, life outside the city walls became increasingly difficult. With fragrant woods now harder to come by, the perfumes once again became the domain of royalty.
I guess that means that fragrant woods share a long and complicated history with plagues.
To cover up the truth of malevolence, the powers that be spread rumors of a demon plague, continuing their time-honored tradition of covering up one stink with another.
So, what do you think of the perfume? Do you like it?
Yeah, it smells nice. But I think I like the smell of soap better.
Huh?
This island is so amazing! It's far away from any other people and has so much hidden stuff underground! It's such a perfect hideout! Just thinking about it makes me so excited to be here!
Yeah, I guess.
What's wrong? You were so excited to be here before! Don't be such a drag, Laphicet!
It's just that this used to be a prison. People were brought here to suffer.
If you're worried about how I feel, don't be. If I really hated this place, I wouldn't have made it my base.
Hell, I was imprisoned here too, but now it's the secret fort I always dreamed of.
I still haven't forgiven the guard who ate all those marron glacés I was sent.
I'll let the past be the past. What part of secret fort are you not getting?
Yeah.
But it can't all be just for fun and games here either. In order to maximize the success of our future battles, we need to maintain and improve this base going forward.
This place seems sturdy as it is. Does it really need more work put into it?
Nonsense. This place was built to specialize in holding prisoners. We can make it better suit our needs.
What are you proposing exactly?
Well, I think we need to start with smokescreen generators. They'll be effective against intruders unfamiliar with the layout here. Of course, afterwards we'll have to clean up all the soot, but still.
No thanks.
I think we need something to put out fires. The fire at Helavi's was really scary.
We have Molecule like you who could use water arts, though. If anything happens, you can just put it out.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
What we really need are some secret underground tunnels. If things get too hairy here, we'll need an underground escape route. We can put in hidden doors, and even some fake ones to trick the enemy, too.
We have 2 separate docks. That's good enough.
No enemy is going to attack without taking both docks into consideration. That's why we need to build underground tunnels before anything else.
But we're on an island. You know, surrounded by water. Where would these tunnels even lead to?
Isn't it obvious? We'll dig underneath the sea to another uninhabited island nearby.
But there are no other islands nearby.
If it means getting my tunnels, I'll build an island too.
Are you listening to what you're saying?
It sounds like he's daydreaming to me.
And what's wrong with having some dreams? This is a great opportunity we have here. You guys just don't get it.
It's okay. I get where you're coming from. But they'll never understand. You might as well save your breath.
Looks like you like this island. Fly free, noble hawk. Hunt to your heart's content, Groggy.
Groggy?
We're here. What now?
Well, so I've been thinking about Earth Pulse points. They're where the flow of the Earth Pulse, the Earth's natural forces, are concentrated.
Right. And Inominat is using those points to acquire malevolence and reawaken himself. You seem to have a knack for sensing them out. Once you're close enough, you can even pinpoint their location.
Except, I don't have to be close at all. When we came here yesterday, I felt another place. A place just like this.
Are you saying you can use this Earth Pulse point as a conduit to find the others?
I think so. I don't know how far it works, and I can't say if Etherian will be on the other end.
Still, it'll give us something real to go on. Please, give it a try.
Okay.
Anything?
Yes, I felt it. There are dozens of Earth Pulse points scattered around, but I sensed a few big ones that stood out.
So you can even detect their size.
Yeah, at least I think I can. This island is one of the big ones. There are 2 more like it somewhere to the east and the southeast. But I think those are the Warg Forest and the Temple of Palamedes.
Still, that suggests we're more likely to find Therians at the larger Earth Pulse points.
We've got 3 Therians to go. Anything that helps us narrow down our choices is a boon.
Yeah, you've done great work today, Laphicet.
That's for sure. Thank goodness you're here. You're a marvel. One of the wonders of the world, kiddo.
It's not that big of a deal, really.
Then let's go Therian hunting. We have an honest-to-goodness lead.
Or dishonest-to-badness in our case.
Broke again. Still not good enough.
You think it's your swords that are weak? You don't think maybe your body's just stupid tough?
No. If it can't cut me, it's just not good enough. I need stronger materials to make a better sword. I'd love to try orichalcum, but getting that stuff is next to impossible.
Orichalcum. That's the strongest metal in the world, right?
A rare metal that's only been found in ancient ruins, and seldom at that. I've seen fragments of the metal myself, but I've never even heard of a piece large enough to forge into a weapon.
I have. I heard a rumor that a block of orichalcum was discovered in an ancient ruin some 200 years ago. Unfortunately, the boat carrying it sank in a storm.
From the depths of the earth to the depths of the sea.
A sunken ship. Treasure at the bottom of the sea. That would stir any sailor's heart.
If we knew where to find it, could it be salvaged?
The ship's crew drowned, so nobody knows where she sank. Besides, it's a centuries-old rumor. Who's to say it's even true?
Right. No sense in wishing for what can't be gotten. I'm sure there's other material you can use.
Even Dial makes a good point sometimes.
Hey, what do you mean, even Dial?
Even Dial's getting angry.
Saying it like that's just weird, Kamoana.
Even Komoana's getting weird.
Alright, so our target is an Earth Pulse point about as big as the one here. Let's start with the closest one and go from there. Which way is it?
The closest one is to the west.
Got it. Lead the way, Laphicet.
My pleasure.
Hey, Kuragane, let me ask you something.
More complaining, is it?
Come on, don't be like that. Every time I turn around, Velvet or one of the pirates is telling me to go make some delivery to some island. I can never get a break.
Isn't that just a sign they think you're a dependable guy?
Maybe, but I don't see them sending you off on errands. It's like they take one look at your face and decide to leave you alone.
I don't have a face.
Oh, right, sorry. Slip of the tongue.
Maybe you just don't know how much work I do around here. It's more than you think. Anything to do with iron, I do it. Making tools, repairing things. What do you take me for? Some kind of cheeky freeloader? I don't even have cheeks.
You're too funny. But doesn't it ever annoy you to have all these kids giving you orders?
I've spent my entire life thinking of nothing but forging swords. It's been centuries since I've interacted with youngsters like them. They can be a hassle, but at least it's a new hassle.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first, so I went along with whatever they asked. But I've been too nice, so they keep pushing work onto me. Maybe if I hadn't been so helpful, they would have stayed out of my face like they stay out of yours.
I don't have a face.
That's not the point! Aren't you even listening to what I'm saying here?
You need to make up your mind. You and I got on this ship alongside these people, who are putting themselves in great danger in order to live the lives of their choosing. If you don't like it, then go on and get off this ship with your tail between your legs.
Yeah, except I don't have a tail right now.
The oldest known map of the world was made by... Wow, it took them decades!
You always look so happy when you've got your nose in a book. What's so interesting about the one you've got there?
It's a book about surveying. When I read it, I can imagine myself traveling afar and making maps of the world. It sounds like so much fun.
I know just how you feel. I know Magilu and the others don't understand. But I just can't help but feel excited when I think about us completing a map of the entire world.
It's the thought of treasure that gets me more fired up.
Obviously, there's treasure waiting to be unearthed too, but that's more of a bonus on the side. Crossing uncrossable oceans, going to lands where none have gone before. The voyage itself, the dance with death, these things hold value greater than that of any treasure.
Ah, adventure! Truly the romance of the quest we call life.
Laphicet, you had a map, didn't you? The one you dropped when we first met?
It's a world map I got when I was with the Abbey, but I only checked out the places really close by. I could hardly call it adventure.
There's more to adventuring than visiting far-off lands and sailing stormy seas, you know. Adventures are about achieving your ambitions and leaping across the walls we've built to protect ourselves, no matter the danger that waits on the other side. There are no big or small adventures.
Even if I only went to Helavies and the Figol ice caps?
Think of it like this. When you sneaked out of town without the Abbey noticing, when you walked the land and compared it to your map, how did that make you feel?
It was scary, but fun. Exhilarating.
Then it was an adventure. The map you made within yourself is a treasure that's only yours.
Wow, my very own treasure! Whoa! Awesome!
I swear, the second he has a spare moment, he buries himself in his books.
Knowledge opens up bigger worlds. I imagine that back when Teresa was bossing him around, reading was a fun escape, an adventure in and of itself.
What's up, you guys?
You're reading a pretty hard book there, aren't you?
This? It's about dinosaurs. It says that long before humans were around, these huge creatures ruled the world. There are so many different kinds, like tyrannosaurs and triceratops and brachiosaurs. They're all so cool.
They look like dragons to me.
They look similar, but dinosaurs couldn't live inside volcanoes, and they didn't do well in the cold either. But they were crazy huge and strong. Nothing else could even compete with them.
I bet they would have made for great sparring partners. I think this Gigantospinosaurus might be my favorite.
Those two huge points jutting out from both sides of its body make it look just like you and your two swords.
Actually, it's also known as the dual-bladed dragon.
Wow, it really does sound like a perfect match for me then.
Okay, so if they weren't dragons, what were they?
They look a lot like lizards.
Maybe they're like my ancestors or something.
But you used to be a human.
Damn, I think I might have gotten a bit too used to this new body of mine.
I wonder if their tails can fall off too.
I lost a bet to a young man, and he dared me to prove my courage by sailing out to a Class 4 island. Now, I can handle myself, but man, it ain't fun and games there. I nearly got killed by demons.
You actually stepped foot on a Class 4 island?
Not even. I was still approaching it by ship when this stuff that looked like spider silk started spreading round. These bug-looking demons were using the stuff to try and climb aboard my ship. Damnation! The crew cut those threads as fast as anything, and we got the hell out of there. Whole thing left me bawling.
Well, I'm glad to see you made it out safely. I'd suggest not going near there again.
Oh no, I wasn't planning on it. I had enough of that place to last me a lifetime.
I understand why the Abbey turned this island into a prison. The waters here are filled with rapid sea currents. Make a single wrong turn of the rudder, and your ship will be capsized just like that. Not to mention the fog and all the storms that pass by. It must be nearly impossible to escape.
Aye. To get on and off this island, you'd need a vast store of nautical knowledge and a skilled hand.
Thanks to your curse, Eisen, we've gotten good enough to handle rough seas like this.
The storm that kicked up when we made our escape was huge, and all we had were 3 novice sailors. Thinking back on it, we had some seriously good luck.